What can we do a better job of as a profession to try and earn back public trust in the judiciary?
I'm a professor of international and comparative law, so one of the things I think we can do is look at how judges outside of the United States have dealt with these same challenges. One of the things that I want to emphasize is that this issue of judicial independence and threats to it is something that we're seeing globally. And so we have judges in countries, for example, like Poland, who've been able to really seriously take the trust deficit and do something about it. For example, is actually making the courtroom more public. Judges actually inviting citizens in to see what they do, to answer their questions, and to really remove the mystique. And I think that trust building with the public is essential.
What would it mean to live in a country where we don't have an independent judiciary and we don't have a fair and equitable rule of law being applied?
So in countries that are authoritarian, where citizens don't truly have the kinds of constitutional rights that we think about in the U.S., the justice system feels really like a system of show trials, for example, that let's say that you were potentially indicted criminally, you wouldn't have confidence that the verdict or the way in which a judge would be ruling would be independent and fair. And so you would feel that the verdict was really basically cooked, that you would be sentenced. And often you would feel that the charges against you were basically arbitrary, so that the system or the cards were stacked against you.
Going back to talking to our lawyer friends and us in the community, what obligation does the legal profession have to support a functional rule of law in this country?
The legal profession has a just tremendous duty to support rule of law. I think, again, and we can look at the World Justice Project, for example, they have the Rule of Law Index. And as we look at sort of how countries can go from having strong democracies and vibrant democracies and sort of slide into authoritarianism, lawyers are really a safeguard against that, and it's really important for us to have functioning systems. Again, when we think about courts and we think about our legal system, it's not only civil justice, but it's criminal justice. When we think about wanting people to feel that when we deprive someone of their liberty, that it has been done fairly and according to our Constitution is so vital.